Welcome back to Cleveland on the Rocks. Headlines Bourbon Bar. I'm Matt. That's Keith. That's Jay. We got a brand new beer. Well, 5-year-old beer from Bearded Irish.
Did you say Irish or Iris?
Oh, Bearded Iris.
From Nashville.
Rat-A-Tat-Tat. Alright guys, welcome back. So we got our beer here from Bearded Irish. Bearded Irish is not right. This is Bearded Iris. They're so similar. Plus Keith's next to me, so I'm like, it just keeps it so natural. This one's out of Nashville, Tennessee. This one's called Rat-A-Tat-Tat. This is one of 900 bottles made. So, this one is a blended cadence of 3 stouts. What were those 3 stouts in, Jay?
So let's see, it's aged 9 to 24 months in 20-year Pappy Van Winkle bourbon and 13-year Van Winkle Family Reserve rye barrels.
So I feel like this is gonna be killer. And this is aged from 9 to 24 months. 2 years in a bourbon barrel. That's one of the most sought after bourbons to go find. Just sounds to me like the beer is gonna be the absolute best thing ever.
And this was what, about 10%?
This one is exactly 10%. You are correct. So yeah, and this is the barrel aged stout. So really cool, really cool. So these came out 5 years ago. There was 2 bottles that came out in this series here. We might be lucky enough to be doing the second bottle in the next video, which is super cool. So, but we're on this one now. So
I guess.
Yeah, you definitely should. It'll be next week. So let's see what we got here. How dark is? Oh my gosh!
Oh, I like the oil,
dude. This is so thick. Woo!
It's like not quite syrup, but it's close.
It definitely is. It definitely is. This is crazy. Do any of us have an idea of what the price of this costs?
No, I don't. Again, I'm gonna guess because it was only
900
bottles.
beers.
Yeah.
I'll bet it was something crazy.
I mean, from what we've seen around here, it could be anywhere from 25 to
$40 maybe?
Maybe even more. I mean, if you think of Utopia type stuff, I mean, those are up there. But I can't see, I doubt it's going to be over 50, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to try to look up the price, and if I can find it, it'll be right here, just so you guys know.
It's kind of just basing it off of the bourbon barrel stuff out of
Plus, it can't be cheap to buy that bourbon barrel to use your stuff in, because I can't imagine a 20-year Pappy barrel being cheap for them to buy.
It might be easier for them being from Tennessee to get those.
That's true, because you're probably right next door, pretty much, you know?
But you never know. I mean,
could be sister companies.
Yeah.
So it says that that this is a dark chocolate mousse and cherry and creme brulee.
It smells like
I kind of smell cherries.
That's what I was getting.
And I was gonna say, like kind of like a wine though. It gives me like a wine scent.
I get a Whopper, like a chocolate malt.
Yes, not BK.
No, not a Burger King Whopper. Like you know the Whoppers for Easter. Easter's right around the corner. I've been eating a lot of candy lately. You can't tell. You know.
This happened to us a few months ago when that happened, and none of us knew what he was talking about. So
now they went and got some, so they know.
It's like
this smells so good, dude. This smells like a freaking Whopper.
It tastes like it smells. That would be fantastic.
I do too. You guys ready?
Sure.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers,
Cheers guys. Oh my! Wow!
You get kind of a wine mixture in there.
Yeah.
It's a red port.
And I'm wondering if it's from the cherries or if it's just from the aging.
I was thinking the same thing. It kind of tastes, from the cherries, because it's almost like they're fermented or something. You kind of get that taste in there. But I get chocolate afterward for me.
I still think I could slam this thing though. This is good.
I could too. This is
I don't want to say that because it's a 10%er, and you're like, I could sip a little bit. No, I could probably.
Yeah, this is really, really good.
So this tastes
a lot.
To me, this tastes like a dark cherry port wine. It's got the same thickness as a port, where it's not as thick as a syrup, but it's thicker than a normal wine. Yeah. The viscousness in your mouth is just ridiculous. It just runs on your tongue, and it almost feels like it's still sitting on top of your tongue instead of you actually tasting it. It coats it very well. Mm-hmm. This is probably one of the most balanced, easy bearded drink ever. I wish this is one we could get.
It just doesn't taste like beer.
No,
it
like
doesn't.
that's what surprises
you.
me because I don't drink other stuff. I mean, I don't drink wine. I barely drink any type of liquor, whiskey, bourbon.
He will after 5 videos before he goes home and Ubers.
Yeah, but at that point, I don't know that I'm tasting it. And but like
this. Okay, you're at dinner. You just had dessert. You want an after dessert wine. Tell me this wouldn't sit dead perfect with having a cherry pie after you just had a giant meal of like a steak and some asparagus and this. This would be the perfect finish to a very fine dinner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Without going a wine direction, though this tastes like a wine.
And you could
but it
share
still does
that
have like
bottle
a beer.
would be perfectly fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like if you poured this over one of those wine aerators, where it went around and it opens it up around the ball thing that's there, and then it opens up everything in the wine, it would come down that this beer would taste entirely a little bit more fruity than it does now. But I think the fruit taste in this sits exactly perfect where it needs to be. I think there's nothing that actually needs to get changed on this whatsoever.
No,
this is just perfect.
Nothing is overpowering it saying, get me out of here or anything like that.
And when I look at it this way, it looks oil-like. It looks dark black. But when I look at it like this and the light's coming down into it, I see a red in there.
I think that's the berry, like the port.
Yes.
Because it's almost like it's finished in a port cask, but I know it's not. But I still feel like I get that taste out of this, and I think that's very, very good.
I honestly think, and I'm probably going to get some bashing from this, the only thing I would change is the presentation of the bottle.
I think the flat black actually makes a statement.
It's kind of like...
Kind of resembles wine.
So like this, the actual picture on it is one of those things where, is that because of Nashville? Like
that's
it's got some drums and stuff?
It is. That's a drum. It looks like a guitar, a hand. I mean, I think that's really cool, and I think that does have to do with where they're from, because in Nashville, that's what they do. You go to all the bars, and they have live bands, and they have really cool stuff going on, and I feel like this fits exactly where they're at.
I wouldn't mind them explaining it a little bit more, like, because I think you can go on the website or on, like, search this, and it'll give you more things, but...
To be honest, this is...
I don't know if
perfect.
I don't dislike the bottle.
I like the flat black one. Also because, see, look, this is a halfway cross between a beer bottle and a wine bottle because it looks kind of like a wine bottle, and the way when you taste it,
yeah. And I don't hate
like
I don't hate it. I'm just saying, if I was going to change anything, it'd be the presentation of it. Everything else, the look is fantastic. The taste is phenomenal.
The smell is perfect. The smell doesn't match the flavor for me. Like at all, but I wasn't disappointed by the flavor. I thought the flavor was fantastic. It smelled like a chocolate Whopper, man. I was like, this is crazy. I love it.
And again, so, I wonder if maybe they made it this way to avoid getting light through.
I think so, because this is 5 years old.
Yeah.
So that would help it if it was in your cellar.
If it's something that people are going to cellar, and the 900 per type thing, that's what people want to hold on to and see. They're probably going to try to buy 2 so they can try one right now and then try it again in a year or 5.
See if the flavor changed.
And see if they remember exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And if you shoot a video on it, you'll remember that if you get one later. But yeah, I want to thank you out there for sending this to us.
But it is a friend of my daughter's.
Okay.
I haven't had the chance to personally meet him. We FaceTimed.
Oh, good deal.
Show me his collection. Great collection he's got. I'd like for him when he comes out here to share something. We share something with him, and
Definitely.
if we make it out there, we can share it with him.
Heck yeah.
Or he could share it with us.
That'd be fantastic.
It'd be great.
We can even get on a Zoom thing and do a live with them with beers.
Absolutely,
would be really cool. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sending this. This is fantastic. Yeah, we'll be definitely in contact. I'll get Sheena. We'll get a hold of you and do that. If any of you guys have tried this out there or even seen this before, I want to know everything you've known about it or read about it or tasted on it and done this. Just send us some comments. That'd be great. Make sure if you're out there drinking with your friends, doing something, make sure you are not drinking and driving. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all that. I gotta start throwing that in the middle. It doesn't work at the end. And make sure you go get a shirt, man. I'll have some commercials coming very soon. So, you guys have a great weekend.